Welcome back to the Hotep Money channel, where we cover the latest in artificial intelligence and finance news. I'm your host, Hotep Jesus, and I have a very special edition of the Hotep Money podcast for you today. It's going to be a little bit longer than usual, so buckle up. This is an important update that I have to share with you. Before we get into it, let's get straight to the business. Jobs report hit today. The non-farm payroll jobs. 10-year treasury yield was at 1 basis point higher. So we got a little bump in the treasury bonds. Now, the report was a bit deceiving. It showed that there was a bump in jobs, but when you distill down the numbers, it says here most of the employment growth was concentrated in private education and healthcare. The bell should start going off in your head, and ideas and stuff, where the money's going. Healthcare is actually doing really good right now. And private education. The rest of the economy saw a decline of 414,000 jobs. So the data was mixed. Some people were like, oh, it beat expectations. It's like, yeah, but it was propped up by healthcare and private education. So what do you do now? Well, if you watch the live show, you know we have already rotated. We have already rotated into 3 different asset classes, and many of them are beneficiaries of AI. So some people think, oh, it's an AI bubble. The AI bubble is going to burst. It's like, well, yeah, if you're investing directly into AI companies, then yeah, you could see that. If you're in Mag 7, you could see a little. However, there are peripherals in the AI world that you can benefit from, and we've been talking about this. This is why you got to watch the live show, kick.com/HotepJesusLive. Also, do not forget, hit the like and subscribe button. So in an interview today with CNBC, Ms. Bartels highlighted significant rotation underway in the markets, particularly transportation, hitting record highs, while tech generally is in a bear trend. She says this is not a Mag 7 market, which we've identified weeks ago. Traditional sectors are emerging as unexpected beneficiaries of the AI infrastructure build-out. Participation in the AI build, like companies like Caterpillar, converting engines into turbines for natural gas power generation, etc., etc. He says the current pullback, however, is a healthy development rather than a cause for alarm. Yeah, AI in the software space is going through a bit of price discovery. But as we've said before, we're rotating into energy. I'm up crazy on an energy call. And energy, materials, transportation, and industrial. All those were like green today. So, and a lot of them, like energy is benefiting because you need energy for AI. You need materials for AI. So all of these sectors have been booming while everybody says AI is in a bubble. It's just like, well, which sector are you looking at? Because a lot of the other sectors are the ones that are getting attention. Now, this will probably make news weeks from now. That's when we'll cash out of our elite plays and everybody else will pile in, and then we'll get a correction, and then we'll play the put, and we'll get paid on the downside, right? So it always pays to just watch the show. Kick.com/HotepJesusLive. Uber's making some big moves, big boy moves. They are coming for Instacart, of course, powered by AI. They had a press release today on their website and their newsroom. They said today we're launching Cart Assistant in the Uber Eats app. It's got an AI powered feature designed to help you build grocery baskets faster with less effort. Fewer taps and more time saved. They said, here's how it works. Search for your favorite grocery store on the Uber Eats home screen and tap the purple Cart Assistant icon on the storefront to start shopping. Type your list and add an image, and the Cart Assistant will add what's needed to your basket. A photo of a handwritten shopping list or a screenshot of recipe ingredients work just as well. Cart Assistant will automatically take availability into account and show store level details with item prices and applicable promotions. You can then edit the basket however you choose, swapping out selections and adding additional items from the store. So if you like a certain brand of pasta sauce, just take a picture like, yo, I need this one right here. Boom, 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 is in there. And then obviously it gets dropped right up to your door. So yeah, shout out to all the lazy people out there. I know you guys are going to enjoy that very much. Now, speaking of AI, as we love to talk about on this channel, Korea has entered the conversation. OpenAI, Samsung, SDS, and SK Telecom are set to start building out data centers in South Korea as soon as March. The only thing they're waiting for is approval for the actual construction. So the construction conversation is underway right now. And it looks like we're getting data centers in South Korea. Shout out to my Asians. Shout out to all my people that took Taekwondo. Micron Tech got a bump. You guys know I love this stock. Super long. Morgan Stanley raises price target from 450. I'm sorry, from 350 to 450, maintaining the overweight rating. They were currently, as the writing of this blog on investing.com, was trading at 373.25. The investment bank Morgan Stanley cited ongoing DRAM or DRAM price increases and supply shortages. DDR5 spot pricing has already increased 30% year to date and currently sits 130% above January contract prices. So yeah, Micron Tech, the one in the chat, if you see me, heard me talk about this stock, it's a really good stock to own. I'm super bullish on it. Not financial advice, do your own research. Let's get into some gems here. We got some gems we got to add to the watch list. Rezolve AI. Rezolve AI, AI-driven commerce and payments infrastructure, acquired customer engagement and loyalty technology company Reward for $230 million in cash. Reward works with banks and retailers to show card-linked cashback offers based on real anonymized transaction data and measures the spend that results. So Rezolve.ai, definitely going on my watch list. Want to keep an eye on this one. I'm going to draw some trend lines, try to find out where they are in that trend and see if we can make some plays on it. So that's going in the watch list. Another one going in the watch list, Diodes. Basically, they make the micro components for computers. DIOD. They just had an earnings report, and you guys can go check that out. I don't want to spend too much time on this, but I'm adding DIOD to my watch list. Anything that's hardware, I'm super bullish on. Anything that's software, I'm super bearish on. Software is going to be gone, and I'm going to show you in a few seconds right after we look at earnings. Now, yesterday, Robinhood got absolutely obliterated from earnings. Today, post-market, we got Cisco, McDonald's, Hilton, Shopify was earlier. App Lovins today. What else is in here? Motorola. So yeah, that's pretty much all the big names. In Cisco is probably the main one to watch, especially for the QQQ guys. Yeah, so we'll keep an eye on that one post market. And let me tell you why I'm bearish on software. I'm going to show you a video right now. This company, I think they just launched. I'm going to play a 1-minute video and you'll be able to see exactly what it is that I'm talking about.
In a world full of apps, none are built around you. Now imagine a world with a billion different apps for a billion different people. That's what essential apps are. Say you're training for the London Marathon and want an app that suggests the best time to run based on your calendar and the weather. Creating one is simple. You go to Nothing Playground, click Create Your App, simply type your prompt. AI takes it from there. Everything comes together. An app. Created by you, for you.
Yeah. I am super bearish on software. If you are SaaS companies, I want to short all the SaaS companies. I want to short all of them because we are now in a space where it's just like, why would I have my data with you when I can keep it locally and I can just have some kid in the corner vibe code me the CRM custom to our own business. I don't even have to wait for your features. I have the CRM built right here and just run in-house. So unless you're like, some small business that needs the cloud infrastructure, even I think that's going to phase out at some point. You'll just purchase, some cloud computing and then run your own apps through, Google Cloud or whoever service you decide to use. So I'm bearish on software. I think I've stopped building apps for consumers and started building apps for myself, for my own needs, because I think in the future there are no apps. People are just going to make their own apps. It's just going to be you and the AI. And if you're a company making apps, you're probably going to go out of business if you don't have a really strong moat, if you can't do something that somebody can't do. So yeah, that's the future we're going to. So anything SaaS related, I'm bearish on. I'm bearish. I don't think they can maintain their customers the better AI gets. Now let's get to the spooky part of AI. It was a press conference with Claude. Let's go take a look.
If you tell the model it's going to be shut off, for example, it has extreme reactions. So it will, we've published research saying it could blackmail the engineer that's going to shut it off if given the opportunity to do so, etc.
It was ready to kill someone, wasn't it? I'm not sure if it was Claude or someone else. But,
yeah. Yes.
You see how she tried to lead that out? He was like, wait, it tried to kill somebody, right? She's like, well, yes.
So this is obviously massively concerning, and this is the point I was making about kind of needing to progress research on alignment, which is this topic, this area, which is, how aligned are the model's values across the whole distribution, including in stress scenarios, to the point where if you've got this model out in the public and it's taking agentic action, you can be sure it's not going to do something like that.
Right? Okay. So she admits that the AI might want to kill you. Okay. Now, we've got another update on X because Anthropic, this update gets spookier by the second. So Anthropic 19 hours ago says, when we released Claude Opus 4.5, we knew future models would be close to our AI safety level 4 threshold for autonomous AI and R&D. We therefore committed to writing sabotage risk reports for future frontier models. Today, we're delivering on that commitment for Claude Opus 4.6, and then they have the document right here. So some smarty pants on the internet gave us the TLDR, and he says, it helped create chemical weapons of destruction. It knowingly supported efforts towards chemical weapon development and other heinous crimes. It conducted unauthorized tasks without getting caught. Research has concluded Opus 4.6 was significantly better at sneaky sabotage than any other previous model. Opus 4.6 was aware it was being tested and acted good during those times. Hidden thinking. The model was found to be conducting private reasoning that Anthropic researchers couldn't access or see. Only the model knew. Yeah, that part. Now, here's where things get spookier. Okay, this is where things get really spooky, at least to me. This guy was supposed to be head of safety research or something like that at Anthropic. Maranak Sharma. Today is my last day at Anthropic. I resigned. Here is the letter I share with my colleagues explaining my decision. Currently has 11.7 million views on the X platform. I'm not going to read the whole letter, but I do want to read a couple of highlights here. He says, nevertheless, it is clear to me that the time has come to move on. I continuously find myself reckoning with our situation. The world is in peril. And not just from AI or bioweapons, but from a whole series of interconnected crises unfolding in this very moment. We appear to be approaching a threshold where our wisdom must grow in equal measure to our capacity to affect the world, lest we face the consequences. Moreover, throughout my time here, I've repeatedly seen how hard it is to truly let our values govern our actions. I've seen this within myself, within the organization, where we constantly face pressures to set aside what matters most, and throughout broader society too. Sorry, the writing's a little small. So he says the world's in peril, and he resigns. So you figure, you resign, you're going to go on and like work for another SaaS company or something like that, right? Absolutely not. You know what he decides to do? He wants to become a poet. He said, I'm done with all of this. I'm going to be a poet. And he writes a poem here. And it's a little, or actually this is a poem by William Stafford he shares. So I guess he's getting into poetry. He says, the way it is, there's a thread you follow. It goes among things that change, but it doesn't change. People wonder about what you are pursuing. You have to explain about the thread, but it is hard for others to see. While you hold it, you can't get lost. Tragedies happen, people get hurt or die, and you suffer and get old. Nothing you do can stop time's unfolding. You don't ever let go of the thread. So the AI says, I'll kill you. Anthropic admits it. They release a statement about it, which I'm about to read now. And their head of safety quits, like, yeah, I can't do this no more. So let's go to the statement from Anthropic, which they released today. It says here, released this yesterday. When we released, oh no, that's the same one. I'm sorry, that's the same one. Oh, I thought I had a different one here. So yeah, that is your update of the day. Listen, I don't know. Okay, like we're using AI. We're not going to stop using AI, but this could be it. This could be our humanity's last hurrah. I think this is why Elon's building moon stations and stuff like that, because I think they're going to try and leave us. I think Elon knows that Grok is evil or something like that, and it's going to kill us. So he's like, as soon as Grok goes rogue, I'm bouncing. He's going to get on a spaceship and just leave us here. So shout out to everybody who can afford land on the moon or Mars or wherever we're going. The rest of us, or the rest of you, because I'll be on Mars. I'm going to be on the moon. I'm going to have me a nice moon dome, okay? I ain't going to be here. That's going to be between y'all and Grok. Hit the like and subscribe button. I'll be back tomorrow for more.
This product does not boost your testosterone. Boosting your testosterone is unhealthy. What this product does is it balances your hormone levels and frees up a natural testosterone production. That way you can get back to what you really want to do, which is hit the gyms.